It's the luck of the Irish. St. Patrick's Day is Monday, and we are cooking up some St. Patrick's Day eats. If you're hosting a little party this weekend with Emily Richards. Great to see you.
Nice to see you too, Leanne. Anytime there's kind of a festive occasion of any sort, I love cooking. So it always gives a theme, and it's a great way to entertain, actually. So if you're struggling, you know, what should I do when friends come over? Do it around a holiday, do it around a celebration like St. Patrick's Day, and have some fun with food.
Yeah, even if you might have plans to host this weekend, you could totally take this theme and amp it up a notch, make it St. Patrick's Day theme, make it fun, even though it's on Monday.
Make everybody wear green.
Yeah,
you follow the orders.
I've got the green. I'm ready to go. Okay, what are we making?
We are making an Irish meatball stew. So super easy and definitely a spin on a classic Irish stew, which you tend to see St. Patrick's Day, but any time of the year, really.
Yeah.
And we're speeding it up because we're making meatballs.
Okay,
so one of the things about stew is it takes a little while. We're speeding it up by doing the meatball portion. So I'm going to get you to work with the meatballs, and super easy. We're using some lean ground beef, and then I'm going to get you to add all of our ingredients. I'll tell you what they are. So this is onion powder that's going in, and this is a simple seasoned meatball, some salt and pepper. And the reason why is because we want all the other flavors to come through as well. Some fresh garlic, but you could use garlic powder. So if you didn't want to mince some garlic, you could just replace it with some garlic powder.
Or you can kind of cheat it like I do. I already buy it minced.
Definitely, so you could do that as well. And then this is an egg that we're adding to, and then some breadcrumbs. And I'm just using plain breadcrumbs for this. If you have seasoned, that's obviously going to work too. If you need to get rid of some crackers, crush them up and add them.
Oh, perfect.
So we just want a nice simple meatball because we really want the meatiness of the beef to come through as well. So the whole recipe makes about 24 meatballs, so it's 1.5 pounds of meat total, so really this can easily feed 4 to 6 people.
Wow,
so if you're also thinking, I need to feed my family this weekend, this is a great family meal. I always test out these recipes on my family, and everybody ate it at my house.
Yeah,
so
you said like, this was one that everyone loved.
Yeah, and I love that. So, I mean, I know a lot of families kind of struggle sometimes to get, you know, their kids to eat. So if everyone eats it, it's always a winning recipe.
Well, it's already smelling good, so I'll start forming these balls here.
And so what I'll do is I'll tell everyone what we're doing next, and that is in the pot. So I have a little bit of oil here, and we're going to brown the meatballs. The reason being is it creates a nice little bit of crust, adds some color, and it actually starts to build the flavor in the pot. So once you have a meatball, Leanne, I'm going to get you to put it right in here for me. And here, you know what? I'm going to take it so that you can keep rolling.
I'll keep rolling. We'll work together here.
Exactly.
And that goes to show it's another meal that you can make with the family, get everyone involved.
It is, totally. And you know what else is great about this meal is that it's probably ingredients that you already have on hand. And they're typically staples around this time of year. So there are not a lot of fresh veggies that are available. So potatoes, carrots, and onions are the staple of a lot of great meals. And that definitely is the case for this. So you just want to take the time, and you can brown the meatballs. I already have some meatballs browned here. So I'm going to take that one out. And then we're going to start adding our vegetables to it as well. Okay, so I'm going to do this, Leanne.
Okay, we're taking those ones out.
I'm going to, but keep rolling because we want to add these. We have to feed everybody while we're here. So we're
speeding up the process.
That's right. That's okay. I already made one so that everyone can eat right away, which is always key. So I have some onions, 2 carrots going in, and I want to stir that up so that it starts to get the flavor of the beef in there. Some fresh parsley. If you don't have the parsley, not to worry. It's not going to make or break you.
It's beautiful though.
2 teaspoons of dried thyme. If you have fresh, you can totally use that. A little bit of salt and pepper in here too, because we want to season it. So oftentimes people will think Irish food, maybe it doesn't have a lot of flavor, but it really does. Like it really builds on the flavor of the ingredients that you're using. And one of the secrets here is one of their famous ingredients, and that's a little bit of Guinness.
Guinness, that is the famous ingredient.
It is the famous ingredient, and what this is going to do is deglaze the pan. So it's going to lift all those beef caramelized bits from the meatballs up, and it's also going to add a ton of flavor.
Now, could you use beef broth for this if you wanted to, if you didn't have any Guinness on hand?
You totally can. And if you're supporting your local breweries, they have great stouts that they make. So you could definitely use a local stout instead of Guinness as well, which is fabulous.
Awesome.
And so basically what I love about stews is this is my favorite part. Literally, this is what we're going to do. Here's our beef broth. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
And then you're going to put your potatoes in here, which I've just cubed up. Okay. Give it a little stir, and you want to bring this to the boil. and then all those meatballs just go right on top.
Okay.
So again, typically a stew would take 2 to 3 hours, but because we have the meatballs going in, they don't need to take that long. So this only takes about 25 to 30 minutes.
Wow, look at that.
And you end up with this awesome, creamy, look at that gravy from the beef broth and the stout. It has a beautiful color.
Beautiful.
Our meatballs are cooked, but we want to give it, as you said, a little luck of the Irish. We're going to add some green in there.
Love that. We're really amping it up. Make it really look Irish there. St. Patrick's Day.
So, and no Irish stew is not served typically without an Irish soda bread. So I made some Irish soda muffins.
Love that. Okay.
So a little bit lighter. They're great.
Good.
You break into them. It's a savory muffin, so it's perfect to eat alongside the stew. To dip into that gravy.
Oh, I love dipping some kind of bread into.
I know.
Into
It's just that's what I love about stew. Whether it's warm weather, cold weather, it's absolutely delicious.
Okay, well, no meal is complete without a sweet treat, and you know that I love a sweet treat. So we are making some Irish whiskey cream.
We are. So a little bit of Irish whiskey. This is just whipping cream with a little bit of icing sugar, so I want you to just stir that in there. And you just want to do this kind of at the end. You can use your whisk or beater as well, but you want a nice light cream. And this is the marriage of Canadian and Irish together. A lovely little butter tart with some Irish whiskey cream.
Just dollop that on there?
Just dollop that on there.
Okay.
And it makes a perfect ending, sweet ending, to your St. Patrick's Day menu.
This is perfect. Love St. Patrick's Day, especially when we get a good feast like this one, but
Definitely.
It's always such a good vibe, a good time.
It is. Everyone's
too.
outside, and hopefully the weekend it's going to be great
Good weather.
So, a
A toast to the Irish. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thanks, Emily.
Thanks, Leanne.